The uneven distribution of heat between the equator and the poles does not just cause air currents to move, it also causes water to move. It causes ocean currents as well as winds. The temperature differences drive ocean currents in much the same way that temperature differences drive winds. Cold water near the poles sinks and flows along the ocean floor. This water rises in a few places through a process called upwelling. Surface water is also pushed by winds, creating surface currents that transport enormous amounts of heat. You can see those currents represented by these arrows here. Air that passes over warm surface currents picks up moisture and heat. Air that passes over cool surface currents is cooled. In this way, winds and surface currents affect important external environmental factors, such as temperature and moisture content of air above them. These interactions shape weather and climate on land areas near oceans. If we look at the Gulf Coast here, down near from Texas to Florida, we see that there is a warm current there. Okay, we see that warm current, and then that current moves up the coast and back up toward Europe. On the west coast here, we see that there are warm currents, and then there are cold surface currents that move down the west coast. If you think about the weather patterns, we think of California as being warmer than some of the places on the east coast, but the ocean temperatures really vary depending on those currents. In the northern hemisphere, cold currents tend to move south, away from the North Pole, and toward the equator.